So you've got your mum, your dad, 8 kids. What's an example of how your mum taught you abundance?
Uh, First of all, just by the meals, just pots overflowing with food, and now obviously with 8 kids, at times, depending on what age we were, there would be, you're fighting over whatever food's left there, sort of a thing. But uh, that kind of abundance, um, and I don't know, just she got us involved out in the garden too. Now, when I say 8 of us kids, so at different stages, there were different times. It's
Sure.
just as the little ones were coming on, maybe the older one was moving out, but even just in garden work, that that our yard would be plentiful with flowers or something like that. So I think when it comes around as like food, um, and working out in the yard, that sort of abundance, but also I think more of like abundance mentality than like literal abundance.
Yes.
So that there was just going to be enough, and don't worry about that. So I think it has more to do with how you perceive things, that abundance mentality that I know we bring out in some of your books too. Um, that it gets you to think about there is enough here for everyone. And isn't that part of our problem in our world, that people working out of a scarcity mentality, that there's
Yes.
not going to be enough, so then everyone wants to hoard things. So we're taught to share, but growing up, as you know, with a lot of siblings, is that you still kind of have to like hide some of your Halloween candy because I know my brothers are gonna like raid it,
Yeah.
And then of course if it gets found, then you're in trouble that you weren't sharing. So you did sometimes save food, but it was because you had mean brothers that would take it from you or
Mean
something.
brother, not mean sisters.
Oh, I had, yeah. Sometimes it would be that, but no. In general, we got along. But there was, with that, there's not many people you got to like save food. But if you got caught with that, you were called out on that. So
What about with, let's say, hospitality? What did your mother teach you about hospitality? I know that's important for you in the parish, and I'm just wondering what the roots are there with your parents.
yeah, I think about that hospitality. Again, it comes down to what happened at our dining room table. We lived in a really small house. Um, And it seems like there was either always somebody extra living with us. For a while, my one of my uncles got killed in a car wreck, and so here we have this tiny house. It's jam packed, and my mom invites her and her kids to move in with us. So just welcome, and then so they're at the table for a while. One of my siblings had a friend that was living homeless for a while. He's going to move in. There was absolutely no room for anyone else, but we just made room. And when my grandmother got really sick, the other siblings wanted to put her in a nursing home, and my mom said, "No, she's moving in here. We're going to give up one of the bedrooms for grandma, and then we're just going to cram in more the
Mm,
space we had." So that hospitality was incredible. That there was always room for somebody else, and especially somebody that was going through a hard time. You made room for them. And so so much comes down to like what happens at our kitchen and dining room tables, right?
yes.
Where there's going to be enough, and there's hospitality of who's always kind of invited there.
Yeah.